And remember, if you follow those steps closely, you'll be able to accurately pick out 4 out of the 6 lottery numbers every time, no matter what country you're in. Anyway, moving on to our second topic, an AMA. Now, this is the first one of these that I'm going to do. Hopefully, I can do another one if this one goes well. So, I'm supposed to be able to tell you guys to, like, comment and all that to push the algorithm. So, if you can do all that, that'd be great. Thank you. Anyway, let's get on to these questions. These questions were given to me via Discord, via Snapchat, or questions that my friends gave me. So, these are things that people wanted to know. So, let's go with this. Let's start this off. First up, my first childhood crush in a TV or a video. Well, the first crush, I knew I liked women when I was really, really young, okay? So, in real life, my aunt had a friend named Twavi, and she had gorgeous hair. And I was like 3 or 4. And, every time she came over, I would just ask, can I play with your hair? And she would sit down, and she thought it was the cutest thing ever, and she just let me play with her hair, and I just did that for a while. And that's not creepy, right? Because I'm a cute kid, right? Nah, I can't do that now, I'm not gonna go up to random women and be like, hey, let me pet that hair, But my first childhood crush in a TV video game would be Lucy Lawless in the TV show Xena Warrior Princess. Yeah, I watched that show when it first came out, and that was in 19... Oh no, I don't want to play this game anymore. Oh, it came out a bit ago. Anyway, I watched that when it came out, and let's just say, look, Lucy Lawless stepped on me so Lady D could walk all over me, okay?
Oh, be careful what you wish for.
Next question is the name of my childhood pet. Well, this sounds kind of like a joke. It'd be for password steal. Hang on, what's the next question? Best childhood friend. First one after that. Next one after that is first grade teacher's name. Next one after that, the street I lived on as a child. Yeah, these are I steal your password questions. Yeah, so I didn't have a childhood pet. I had some random newts and things like that. Like I had a dog that died, and cats, but I hate cats. The only dog I really grew attached to was a dog my brother had, and he passed away a few years ago. Probably 2019, I would say he passed away. And yeah, that was the first dog that I really cared about. I don't know if I'd say love. I don't really love animals, if that makes sense. But Mocha, I take care of it. And she's cool. She's chill. So yeah. Have I ever had any paranormal instances when I was young? No. I didn't really... Like, I knew about ghosts and everything. I lived just down the street from a graveyard. Then when I was a teenager, I lived across the street from a graveyard. So I never really had anything, paranormal happen to me. I was scared of stuff when I was young. The one thing that scared me immensely was the girl, the Frankenstein girl from A Nightmare Before Christmas. I believe her name is Sally. And yeah, she scared me a ton. I used to stare at my bedroom door because my parents always leave it open, and I always picture her just like peeking in with big wide eyes, just staring at me. Yeah, not a good time. Not a good time. But yeah, as far as like ghosts and stuff, no. And I even went into an abandoned hospital. We used to break into that when I was young, so statute of limitations lifted. So haha, good luck trying to arrest me on that, idiots. My favorite scary movie as a child. Now, I didn't start watching scary movies until early teen years, but I watched a movie called Jeepers Creepers, and that movie got me. It got me a lot. I used to be afraid, and the reason why I was so afraid was because he feeds on the most scared person in the room or, around them. So the more scared I got, because I knew if I get more scared, then he's going to like my fear, and that's going to make me more scared, So it was a big circle of being afraid. So yeah, Jeepers Creepers would be that. My favorite color, gold. My favorite video game and movie series. So if you would have asked me a few years ago, I'd probably say World of Warcraft was my favorite all-time video game series, but that game fell off so hard. So I would have to say a game series that's been kind of up all the way, maybe Doom. I enjoyed Doom 3 and the Resurrection of Evil. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I personally enjoyed them. But the Doom series has been the one series that has kind of kept strong. So I'd kind of say, I'll say Doom. As for movie series, Lord of the Rings, I would say, is probably like the favorite series, again because it stayed high the whole time. But my all-time favorite movie is the movie Aliens, the sequel to Alien. And yeah, that was, to this day, I can watch that movie over and over and over and over again and never get bored of it. Bill Paxton, Sigourney Weaver, they were awesome in that film. But again, I can't say Alien is like my favorite series because Aliens was awesome. Alien 3 sucked. Alien Resurrection was mid. Prometheus and Covenant, they're not Alien films. Shut up, leave me alone. Who runs away from a spaceship directly running with it? Who does that? Anyway, my favorite bands or genre of music. This is a difficult one. I really like Dragon Force. They helped me through a pretty bad time in my life. Demon Hunter is another great band that I like a lot. Not that I don't like Slipknot or Metallica or Megadeth, you know. Those kind of bands always hold a special place in my heart. I guess I used to listen to a lot of rap when I was young, so DMX also, you know, he holds a good place in my heart. But like genre, I don't really care about genre too much. I care more about lyrics. I don't like a lot of modern music. It's hard to find like good modern music for me because a lot of the popular stuff kind of just sucks. It's just me. But it mostly comes down to like, what is the song about? What are they singing about? You know, are they singing about kids with pumped up kicks running from my gunning, or are they singing about bass or whatever Takashi 69 mumbles about? I mean, no, you know, none of that. Pumped up kick song's kind of good actually. If I could make a video game, what would it be? I would either make an MMORPG or I would make a first person shooter like Battlefield. And I think the easiest one would be a first person shooter, and I'd have unique death animations in it. So like if you get shot in the head, like your character kind of like things go blurry and your character just falls over, or if you get like blown up, like your character like kind of crawls around, like crawling towards their leg and stuff. And I'd kind of make it more like Battlefield. I'd have like, you know, 150 firearms that you could pick from and kind of have these sandboxes where, you know, you just kind of arcadey and have fun. That's what I would do. I feel a lot of video games are going towards, hey, we need to sell skins, and it's awful. Like the newest Battlefield was garbage. Who wants operators? The whole point of Battlefield was supposed to be you're a soldier, go kill things. That was your mission. Now it's like, no, dude, now I'm kind of like a Fortnite operator. I have special ability. No, just stop. And the new one's probably gonna be awful too, let's be honest. What is my favorite animal? Now, this question I have to think about. If we're including like fantasy animals, dragons, right? Like my last name literally means son of the dragon. But I'm assuming we're not going to be talking about fantasy things. We're going to talk about real life. So Komodo dragons, octopus, and rhinoceros are my three like favorite animals. Octopus, I think octopus actually would be like my most favorite. I think octopus are extremely unique. I could do a whole video on what I like about octopus, but yeah. My favorite TV series. This one's a difficult one too, because it has to be something that's strong all the way through, right? Justified, Castle, The Strain, these are TV series that I absolutely love. I adore them. I can watch them all the way through, and I can, you know, have fun the entire ride. I was a really big Walking Dead enjoyer, but that show I think fell off extremely hard. So yeah, I'll leave it at those. My favorite food, pizza. Do you have any deal breakers when looking for a partner? Yeah, if they don't like me, it's not gonna work. Have I ever been outside Canada? So yeah, I've been to 30, 40 states, something like that. My dad used to do a lot of traveling when I was young, and I used to go with him. That was back when it used to be real easy to bring people across the border when you were young. You can't do that now, but yeah, you didn't even need a passport back then. It was extremely easy to just get across the border, at least from the US to Canada. I don't remember what they called it, but you didn't need a passport to go from one country to the other. They were on like some trusted list or whatever, but yeah, can't do that now. Have I ever won an award? Yeah, so when I was in grade, I think two or one, I entered in a coloring contest at our local grocery store, and I won. I ended up getting a barbecue set. I'm starting to think that the parents were the real winners to these, by the way. Yeah, I didn't get any candy or anything. I got a barbecue set and I had like tongs and stuff and an apron. And I think it was a coloring contest for Father's Day or Thanksgiving. I vaguely remember like, it's not the cornucopia. What the hell's the thing in the middle of the thing? I don't remember. You know, they got the apples and the grapes and like the big like horn thingy in the middle of it. I don't know what that's called. Someone's going to comment it, but thank you ahead of time. But yeah, I won that, and I got second place in a science fair once, and it was a presentation carried me. Apparently I have a knack for public speaking. The biggest injury I've ever had, crippling depression. But if we're gonna go with physical, I broke my left arm when I was 2, my left leg when I was 4, and my right leg when I was 14. So broken bones, I think, is the biggest thing. What is the first thing I notice about people? This one's a difficult one, because men and women, I notice different things right off the bat. Men, it either comes down to like face or like their bone structure. I guess that's just, you know, I'm more of an aggressive kind of guy, right? Like I'm like, and I'm not gonna be like, hey, let's have a peck off, you know. I'm not gonna be standing in the middle of a grocery store. It's like, hey, dude, man, McJiggle pecs, come here, let's measure. You know, I'm not gonna be anything like that. But yeah, I noticed just I guess face, like nothing too weird on guys. Girls, it all depends. If I see them from behind first, you know exactly what I noticed first. You know what I'm saying? High five. If I see like their face first, like from the front, it's usually their hair or their eye. Is it ever okay to lie? This is a big one, because yes, there are certain circumstances where I think lying can be beneficial for somebody's either mental health or physical health. Like if you're in an extremely dire situation and you want to lie to them and say we're gonna be okay, like we're gonna get through this, just to calm them down and try and get them through this, that makes sense, right? I believe some people will say, well, if loyalty and honesty have to go hand in hand, but they don't. I disagree with that. And the one example I can give you is if you're with your wife or your husband and you're driving in your car, or they're driving and you're in the passenger seat, and they cut somebody off and they get honked at. And, you know, they honk back and throw up the finger and they say to you, can you believe that person? Now, your loyalty will say, yeah, if they weren't going so damn fast or, you know, whatever, then, you know, you wouldn't have had to cut over like that. Or do you go the honest route and say, well, you kind of cut them off? And that's just a small example, but sometimes they don't go hand in hand. Honesty and loyalty don't have to. If you have any questions, feel free to join the Discord and drop a question if you'd like to for AMA, or drop one in the comments below. Anyway, I've been Tsar. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next AMA.